Folks, it's time for some amazing fun facts about the National Football League. And a bunch of hokum I made up. Let's do it. Did you know that in 1920, a football league named the American Professional Football Conference met at a Hupmobile dealership in Canton, Ohio? For the first time. Only a month later, they changed their name to the American Professional Football Association. And it was only 2 years later they moved from Canton, Ohio to a building in downtown Columbus and changed their name to the National Football League. Which raises the question, what is a Hupmobile? Well, if I had to take a guess, I'd say a Hupmobile was a bicycle from the 1920s that had large snow tires to get through the winter in Ohio. Am I close? I think a Hupmobile would be a cable car that had 3 stories, and the cables ran from building to building via a twisted wire setup and connected with magnets. Am I close? Well, I know about this. I'm an expert in automotive history. So you know how they have hybrids now, where part electric and part gasoline? Well, in those days, a Hupmobile was part gasoline, part horse-drawn carriage. It was a combination. And the only problem was when you put it in the gasoline mode, you had to put the horse in a trunk, in a large horse trunk in the back. And he rode back there and ate oats and carrots. The Hupmobile was built from 1909 through 1940. You can see a number of designs here. Just like the beginning of any industry, there was a lot of consolidation, a lot of growth and pullback, a lot of problems depending on the year. And of course, only the major manufacturers that we know of today survived those early years. But in the beginning, there were a number of automotive companies that helped grow the new invention of the automobile in America. Yes, one of the little known but most profitable automotive companies of those days was the Hupmobile. Now, the Hupmobile was a heavy-duty automobile similar to a Jeep. It would be the equivalent of the 1909 version of the modern-day four-wheel drive off-road vehicle called the Hupmobile. The problem was, you'd get out there off-road, and if you had any problem whatsoever, they had no such a thing as replacement parts for this car. You had to buy a whole new Hupmobile. Well, as you can imagine, that limited the growth of the brand. In 1914, one Hupmobile dealer couldn't sell them very well at all. So he took a 7-seater model that was not selling and used it to transport miners. Well, that little operation grew to become Greyhound bus lines. So the Hupmobile was really the forefather of 2 of the greatest American traditions, professional football and road trips to professional football on Greyhound bus lines. So when you're cheering on your favorite team, you can thank the Hupmobile for both the game you're watching and those drunk fans next to you that came in from the rival town on the Greyhound. Folks, that has been some amazing fun facts about the National Football League. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.